Welcome tonight to the season finale of the Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series, proudly brought to you in partnership with Prodigy Racing Association. We're live here at the historic 2008 configuration of Eco Park Speedway, also known as Atlanta Motor Speedway, for the Atlanta 150. Tonight, 150 laps at this fast, abrasive quad oval will decide our champion for Season 2. The target tonight is painted squarely on the rear bumper of Nicholas Sikorsky. He rolls onto the grid sitting at 1,687 points. He has been the benchmark all season, but with 180 points on the table for the race winner, no lead is entirely safe in sim racing. Two drivers are mathematically alive to snatch this title, and that's Nick Sikorsky and Jake Raven. So tonight we're going to be watching those two. The rest of the field will be racing for third. Now the points battle for third is pretty close. And so, with that being said, the championship breakdown for tonight. If you'll see on the screen, it's Sikorsky 71 points ahead of Jake Raven, 112 again, ahead of William Bowman. Nicholas Sikorsky has to finish 19th or better, and he wins this championship. And unfortunately for Jake Raven tonight, there's only 17 cars in the field so far. Which means if we lock in with that many cars, as soon as the green flag waves and Nick Sikorsky takes the green flag, it's his championship. So, with that being said, we're going to talk to a couple of the people in the championship run. The first one we're going to talk to about this championship right now is Nicholas Sikorsky. Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Not bad. What's going on?
Oh, just getting the broadcast going, getting ready to see some awesome 200 miles per hour action here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Eco Park Speedway. You are the man to beat. You got to finish 19th or higher and you win this championship. Right now there's only 17 cars that have logged into the service, so if you take the green flag and this is all that's here, you've won the championship. But if there's one more that logs in, you gotta finish higher than that. Is it going to be easy?
Well, I don't want to say it's going to be easy, but I think the real thing is I'm looking for a win tonight. So I think that'd be the perfect way to cap off the season that we've had, the season that I've had. It'd be nice to get a win in the final race here. So.
Yes, sir, and you've been consistent all season long. Last week, you kind of made it a little easier on a couple of people to catch up to you, but the LPP kept you in the hunt. So last week, I wasn't sure. I couldn't do the math quickly in my head to think how far back Raven would be from you. But he's 71 points out, so that puts you about 18 positions ahead. So what's the strategy tonight to win the race?
It's actually interesting. I keep running it through my head. I'm not sure if it's going to be long green flag runs or short runs because the track itself is, it's tricky. If you haven't been, had a lot of experience with it, it's easy to lose the car in the exits. So I don't know whether I'm going to try to save tires or try to just run as hard as I can and keep myself up front in clean air. But I think the first probably half of the race will kind of determine what the strategy I'll look forward to using in the second half of the race. So
what are the colors on your car? Who's your sponsor? Who, got any shout-outs you want to make before this race starts?
No certain shout-outs. Just this is the paint scheme that I won at Darlington with. So I figured, hey. Brought me some good luck there. Maybe it'll bring me good luck here.
Well, you definitely don't need any good luck because you've had all the good luck so far. So let's hope that continues tonight for you, and we'll talk to you after the race as the crowned champion.
Alrighty. Take care.
Have a good race.
Yeah.
And that is Nicholas Sikorsky, and we will talk with Jake Raven as soon as he is in the Discord and get his thoughts on it. I mean, there are 18 cars now in the field, so one more car logs in. Could get interesting if something were to happen to Nick Sikorsky and he finishes dead last. So we'll see what happens here. Right now we're watching practice. Oh my goodness, we almost saw a huge wreck right there. Rodney Roberts right now is third on the board here in the 29 Goodwrench car. And it's kind of fitting that that's the 29 Goodwrench car that won here in 2001. We'll give some time to the flagship car of the race, the Grid Finder car driven by Daniel Blanco. Want to say our appreciation to Grid Finder for partnering with us for this series. They've been awesome partners to work with. And I want to say some shout outs to our other partners. First and foremost, we will talk about Outlier Speed Company. They build professional iRacing setups, $15 a month. You can go to their website. I haven't gotten a lot of time to talk about it, but it's outlierspeed.co. Outlierspeed.co. You can go there and get your racing setups from them. Be an outlier. And our other partner for this season has been F Design. You can find them on Instagram at fdesign_graphica. fdesign_graphica. You can probably just Google that. I could spell it out, but I'm not going to do all that. But you can find that on Instagram. And F Design does awesome paint schemes. Check them out on Instagram. And they've been our partners this entire season. We've given out several. We've been giving out several rewards and stuff throughout the season. That didn't matter what your finishing position was, but you participate, you get a prize. So that's been one of the fun things to do this season here in the Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series. And I now see Jake Raven is in the Discord, so I'm going to pull him in here. Hey, Jake Raven, how's it going?
Hey, they're doing good.
Hey, buddy. You know, you got to have one more car log into the sim before the race, and you have a chance for the championship. Without that, what are your thoughts tonight? Can you get your first win in your career here?
Well, we're seeing how these practice laps go right now. I was a little busy up until a few minutes ago, so I don't have a lot of practice on the track. But Atlanta's not too incredibly difficult. It's just really bumpy in places, so I'm hoping I can put down some good laps and at least qualify in the top 5, and that'll give me a better chance.
That cream of the crop car looks pretty good out there at number 7. You got any shout-outs you want to make before the race?
I believe Rena, my girlfriend, she's always out there cheering me on, giving me good vibes. All the administration for putting this on, you for broadcasting, all the race control for taking time out of their day to also put up with all of us, and all the racers for showing up every week.
Yes, sir. It's been an awesome season. This is the season finale. It's kind of like a bittersweet moment, right? It's the last race of the season. So what are your thoughts on your entire season here? Second place in the points, not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. I really enjoy the Gen 4 car. It's a lot of people don't like it, but I don't know, it just for some reason clicks with me really well, so I enjoy racing it. I don't know if we're going to see it come back or if we're going to go to another nostalgia car, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I really had fun this season. I don't really have any complaints about anything. Everybody raced really good, and hoping that continues through the end of this race.
All right, man. Well, good luck tonight. Let's hope to see you get your first win tonight.
That's the plan. Thanks.
You're welcome. And that is Jake Raven. Second in the points, 71 points back. It's going to be an interesting one. He's going to have to win this race to have a chance at the championship. But right now, as you see on the board, there are only 18 cars in the field. So if that 19th car does not log in before the beginning of this race, Nicholas Sikorsky, if he takes the green flag, wins the championship. So this is the way it was back in the early days of NASCAR, and sometimes the points championships were close, and sometimes they weren't. This time, it was close to a point, but Nick Sikorsky has definitely shown that consistency is key in this type of points format. And I was just informed that the 29 car, the second 29 car, is supposed to be the 56, so there you see that. William Bowman, I want to give him some time. He's not actually driving around right now, but he is third in the points. And Daniel Blanco is fourth. AJ Brandenburg is fifth. So I need to actually set something up here real quick. All right. On the left side of your screen, we'll be keeping track of where the top 5 in the points are during the race at all times. Kyle Nadeau is going back out on the track in the 55 Lowe's car. Kyle Nadeau, it's Justin Phoenix in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Hey, buddy, it's good to see you back. How's the Atlanta track feeling for you tonight?
Pretty racy, I think. Later in the day, it seems that the speed has really kind of come out of the track. Can't quite get to what I was in practice earlier on in the day. But I think we're in for a good race as long as the nighttime doesn't come. There's lights on, but nobody's home at this track. It gets pretty dark, so with headlights that are stickers, you can't really see much.
Right, yeah, that's true. And so it looks like qualifying is getting started, so I'm going to let you go and focus on that. Good luck during the race, buddy.
Thanks, hopefully it's a good race.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's bright now.
Kyle Nadeau is in for another race. And we are currently watching Kyle Nadeau take his qualifying lap. And we're going to lap number 1. And we're going to get some of the first times on the board. First lap done for these 4. Nadeau finishes his second lap, so does Fontaine. Alright, so the ones that are on the board, Sikorsky is up to second. They have all finished their second lap. We'll watch Matthew Bird. He starts his first lap. is back after being away for a few weeks. Starting next week, we will be doing the Asphalt Assault Series, which is the street stock, asphalt street stock short track racing. And Matthew Bird is the most recent champion of that series. And has set to return, and he is now on the pole. Joe Albright going to finish his lap. Excuse me. William Bowman, third in points, is about to take his first lap. So is Blanco and Roberts. And Garrick Hubbard and AJ Brandenburg are now on their first laps. Looks like Brandenburg did not complete his first lap. And William Bowman gets to fourth. Daniel Blanco gets to fourth. Rodney Roberts is to second. 6/100ths of a second off of Matthew Bird. What a good lap for the Aculeus Racing driver. And it looks like the 37 is now taking his lap. So here's second in the points, Jake Raven. We still have 5 minutes left of qualifying. And Raven crosses the line in 9th. JD Biddle, 13th. Here's Biddle's second lap. And so Biddle is 9th, and it looks like Brandenburg's not going to qualify. Maybe. There's 4 minutes remaining. And so with that, if nobody else goes out on the track, oh, the number 10, Riley Frost. He's got a black flag. Oh, he hit the wall. All right. I think that is the last one out. Matthew Bird will be the pole sitter for tonight's race. That is practice. Sorry about that. Matthew Bird qualifies on the pole once again here in the Nostalgia Cup Series. First time being back in 4 weeks. And he gets the pole immediately. No shocker there. All right, so here are the facts of the race. Atlanta Motor Speedway, 1.51 miles. The track temperature is 87 degrees. There's no additional tires. One fast repair. That is not 200 laps. There we go. And I'm Justin Phoenix. I'm the one in the booth. So, with that, it looks like there's only going to be 18 cars in the field. And that would automatically make Nicholas Sikorsky the champion as soon as the green flag waves. I'm double checking. All right, so yes, Sikorsky would have to finish 19th, and Raven would have to win the race in order for Raven to win the championship. And there's only 18 cars out there, which automatically means that as soon as the green flag waves, that's it. And that will be the end of season 2. So it's been a roller coaster of a season. We started with 35 cars at Daytona, and it was absolute chaos. We had more than 15 cautions, and that was like the trend of the first half of the season. 15 or more cautions per race, and it was quite the show in that regard. But once we had to crack down on some of the drivers that were causing a lot of the incidents, it started to mellow out a whole lot. We had multiple races with no cautions at all, and now we're here at Atlanta Motor Speedway getting ready for what will presumably be another really good race. And I'm just going to say congrats to Matthew Bird for another pole, and Rodney Roberts for his second outside pole position of the season. Last time we saw him on the outside pole, it was at Talladega. He led the second most laps of that race. It's kind of fitting that he's in the 29 Harvick car right now here at Atlanta. Will this be his breakout race? Will he get a good finish here? He is only 6/100ths of a second off of Matthew Bird in the qualifying. So we could see Rodney Roberts do really well. And I'm hoping for that, because I'm telling you, the guy has some terrible luck sometimes when it comes to getting involved in someone else's mess. So it's quite awesome to see him out there. Let's hope for good things for him in this race. Oh, sorry, I wasn't showing the screen. Oh, I don't know how much. Wow. Okay. My bad. All right, so we're getting ready for green flag racing here. Matthew Bird on the point. Rodney Roberts outside. Kyle Nadeau, P3. Sikorsky, P4. Daniel Blanco, P5. William Bowman, P6. Kevin Boley, P7. Aaron Fonte, P8. Biddle 9th, Raven 10th, Hubbard 11th, Weimer 12th, Walden in 13th, Albright in 14th, Frost in 15th, Brandenburg in 16th, Johnson in 17th, Milliken in 18th. Kuba in 19th is our race control, and Hensley in 20th, also not racing. I apologize there for having a black screen for a moment. I must have hit a button and caused that to happen and didn't notice it. So you probably didn't see any of qualifying, and I apologize. But here we go. We're getting ready for green flag racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Eco Park Raceway, whatever you want to call it. I will probably say that wrong multiple times, and I apologize for that. Matthew Bird on the pole. We're going to see green flag racing here in just a moment here at Eco Park Raceway. Matthew Bird takes him to the green. Going down into turn number 1, Rodney Roberts is already on the outside up to P number 3. Matthew Bird's getting an early lead. JD Biddle has crashed? Maybe not. I don't think that's a real event there. And there's Kevin Boley on the inside. And Roberts has fallen back. He's already back to 6th. And there's our points leader, Nicholas Sikorsky, going to 2nd. Will we see a Sikorsky-Bird battle? Caution. I'm trying to see what caused the caution. Let's see what happened here. The three car. So let's see here. Oh, he just loses it. The whole back end's gone. Let's try and watch that again from a different perspective. Just gets it loose. Riley Frost is really lucky there. He didn't get caught up in that. And try it again from Walden's perspective. Yeah, just got loose coming between turn 3 and 4. One more time. You can see him getting loose right there. Not a good start for Chucky Walden. It looks like Kyle Nadeau went to pit. Let's see what happened there. Ah, okay. I got the notification that he went to pit. So I was trying to see what happened there, and he just faked him out. That's all it was. Okay, well, we went, what, 2 laps? Yeah, yellow flag on the first lap. So something happened to Rodney Roberts, though, and I want to see. Let's watch that real quick. The 29 Goodrich car on the outside line. I don't know, really. Kevin Boley saved it right there. But from turn 1 all the way to turn 3, Rodney was already back to 6th place. And the lights are out on the pace cars, so we will be going green flag racing this time by. And with that, we have 18 cars in the field, so Nicholas Sikorsky is the champion for the Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series Season 2. So congratulations to Nicholas Sikorsky. Green flag. We got a big bunch of cars back here. Side-by-side action. The top two have pulled away from everybody else right now. Sikorsky's trying to run down Matthew Bird. Two tenths off. But Nick Sikorsky's not just going to lay down. He's wanting to win this race. And it looks like Daniel Blanco has made the pass on Kyle Nadeau to make it to third in that Grid Finder car. Achilles Racing back there. Aaron Fontaine just swerved it to the inside. Fontaine and Frost are side by side for 7th. Oh, and there's a spin. And they saved it! No! Frost is in the wall. And that's a caution. Alright, so we're going to see what took place there. Let's rewind that. We're going to watch that from this perspective. Oh, I don't know if Frost just thought he was clear. I'm going to try to watch that again. I'll watch it in slow motion. Frost and Fontaine there side by side here. I mean, we were watching that live. We were watching them side by side. Yeah, let's see that from Fontaine. And cockpit. Yep. Frost just came down on him, and they almost saved it. Fontaine did, but Frost, he was into the wall. Let's go back again and watch this one more time. Watch it from this view. because I think this is the best perspective of that incident. Yep. Frost just comes down. I guess he thought he was clear. The iRacing spotter must have told him it was clear. But man, he almost saved that. He was completely sideways, but Fontaine did save it. But Frost, he's had too much speed. Into the outside wall he goes. All right. So this is the second caution of the race. And the lights are off on the pace car, so we will be going green flag racing after this. So far, Matthew Bird has led every lap of this race. Right now, your running order is Matthew Bird, Nicholas Sikorsky, Daniel Blanco, William Bowman, J.D. Biddle, Rodney Roberts, Garrick Hubbard, Caleb Weimer, Kyle Nadeau, Aaron Fontaine is your top 10. Here we go. Green flag. Matthew Bird will lead him to turn number 1 again. We got some battles here in the back a little bit. Daniel Blanco is trying to make the move on Nicholas Sikorsky for second. Watch out for William Bowman there in fourth in that Haviland car. Riding on board with Daniel Blanco in the Grid Finder car. It looks like Rodney Roberts is moving back up to fifth in the Goodwrench GM Chevrolet. We got the Lowe's Chevrolet in the 55 right there on the outside. Kyle Nadeau coming back through the field. Kyle Nadeau pitted, so he's on fresh tires. He's going to be off sync to these guys now. You can see he's coming up through the field fast. Matthew Bird is checking out. Sikorsky's solidly in second place, but he's got Daniel Blanco behind him. This is a perspective you don't get in real racing unless they have a big extended selfie cam outside the car. You see Kyle Nadeau coming up there. Now Kyle Nadeau is on the hunt to try to make it to third now over Daniel Blanco. Here he goes to the inside, coming into turn number 1, out of the quad oval. Clean on the inside. That outside line carries the speed down the straight. Matthew Bird has been dominant all season. Every time he races, he's either first, he's got a top 5 in every race that he's been in. I take that back. There's been 2 races that he didn't get a top 10 in. But he's led the most laps of everyone, and he's only made 6 starts in the entire season, 5 provisionals, and he's led 379 laps. The second to him is 146 laps with Kyle Nadeau. We've had a 2X. I don't want to move away from this battle that's about to take place. Joe Albright has had an incident. We're going to watch this though, because Nadeau is catching everyone. He's on the outside of Sikorsky now. And now he's going to get to second place. He is hunting down Matthew Bird on those fresher tires. He got all sequence on purpose. And here he goes around Sikorsky for second place. Kyle Nadeau is now hunting the leader down. And I'm sure those fresher tires are helping out a whole lot right now. And we're seeing the comparison of the laps. Look at that. 0.2 of a second faster than the leader's lap. Now there's going to be a battle for third with Sikorsky and Blanco. Aaron Fontaine and Caleb Weimer have been in an incident, but we're going to keep our eyes on this for now. Nadeau is going to catch Bird. Catching him is one thing, passing him is another. He's going to have the draft on the back stretch going into turn number 3. He's right up on him, 0.1 of a second off. Now he's on the outside, turn number 3 into turn number 4. He's going to have the outside momentum, but this is the quad oval. You don't have that much of an advantage there. He doesn't have to pass yet. Now Bird moves up to the outside line to block that line. Nadeau's going to go to the inside. He's looking on the inside. He's getting the draft on the back stretch going back to turn number 3 again. He's going to have the outside line again. Bird prefers the inside line in these 2 turns in turn 3 and 4. Going into the quad oval. Here we go again. Nadeau is now going to be on the outside of Matthew Bird. Matthew Bird on the inside. Kyle Nadeau on the outside. Nadu's going to try the inside line. He's going to draft around him. He is now pulled up alongside Matthew Bird. He's going to have the inside line going into turn number 3. He now has the lead of this race. First lead change of the race during green flag running. Kyle Nadu leads the first lap of this race. His first lap of this race. All right. Well, now that we got that out of the way, because Sikorsky got passed by Blanco too. I want to see what happened a few laps ago. Lap 25 with Caleb Weimer. Hold on a minute. We have an almost incident here. I'm not. Oh, did Blanco just hit the wall? Joe Albright has another 2X. I can't move away from this. Sorry, I want to show you some incidents, but I don't want to miss the live action. And Sikorsky's off the pace. Now he's in the clutches of J.D. Biddle, who is catching him. And now there's a caution. William Bowman has a 2X. Here's the 2X there. I don't think that was it. So Joe Albright has a 2X. Let's see if that has anything to do with it. Yep, I bet it does. Because he spins right here. And is sideways on the track. Almost gets Caleb Weimer involved. Wow. That was close. All right, so we're going to look back now. That was probably what caused the caution. Well, let's see the earlier incident that I wanted to look at while there was craziness going on. Caleb Weimer gets a 2X right here. Oh, yeah, he smacked the wall pretty good. Okay. And Aaron Fontaine gets a 2X, so let's see what happens to him. Oh, smacks the wall coming out of turn number 2. And William Bowman, we caught him doing something, so let's see that again. Oh, it smacks the wall going into turn number 1. All right. So they're pitting now. Who's going to win this race off of pit road? Matthew Bird does it. Somehow that is not correct. Kyle Nadu is the one who passes. According to what I've seen on the screen there, Matthew Bird was the first one off the pit road. I'm gonna look at that. Let's see that. We'll watch this from this perspective. Maybe right here. Ah, yeah. Okay. Nadu does beat him to the line right here. Right there. Man, I don't know. I gotta see that from another perspective. Let's see if I can get one. Maybe this. Maybe rear chase will work. I don't know. I want to see this. Here they come to the line. Oh my gosh. That is too close to call, and iRacing probably got it right. Nadu did get across the line first. Wow. And that's going to be a huge difference coming to the green flag. So now Nadu is on the same pit cycle as everybody else. Everybody pitted that time. But Kyle Nadu is going to lead them to the green flag. Green flag. So now we're going to see a straight up battle. Matthew Bird's going to take the inside and take the lead going into turn number 1, and Sikorsky's going to second. Kyle Nadu just did not get a good start there. And there's Riley Frost spinning to the inside. He's okay, he saved it. So Nadu is back to second. Sikorsky's fallen back to fourth. And JD Biddle has moved to third. JD Biddle's still in the hunt for his first career win. This is one thing that you can expect from Atlanta Motor Speedway, side-by-side racing. And it looks like with Matthew Bird on the same cycle as Kyle Nadu, he is just going to pull away. We do have a battle back here between Brandon Berg in the Wonder Bread car and the Grid Finder car of Daniel Blanco. Blanco's lap was faster than the leaders that time. But he's also in the draft, that does help. Daniel Blanco has one win this season, and that's at Sonoma, the only road course on the schedule this season. And we do know that Daniel Blanco is a road course ringer here in PRA. He's yet to get an oval win, and he got sideways. If he burns those tires up, he's not going anywhere. Riding on board with Daniel Blanco. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's crashing it. Caution. We just cursed Daniel Blanco. So let's get another view of that. Because we were riding on board with him when it happened. Let's here we go. Almost got in the middle. Almost got in the middle. JD Biddle was so close to getting contacted in that one. Oh my gosh. See it again. Oh my gosh, Biddle got out of that. Just, oh my gosh. Let's watch that from Biddle's perspective. Right here. Oh my God. That was... I'm going to pause that. Guys, you got to see this. This is how... let's get back to there. All right. We're going to go to slow motion whenever Blanco almost gets into him. Right there, dude. Let's rewind that. I'm going to try to pause it right there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is the difference between Biddle being completely wrecked and missing it. And just for everyone in in the Discord, I'm going to just give me a second here. I'm going to do something for those that are in the PRA Discord. That close. Gosh. Wow, and the lights on the pace car are off. I'm just having fun here, guys. If you don't like the way I do the broadcast, you don't have to watch. All right, so Matthew Bird's going to lead us to the green flag. I'm just amazed at Biddle getting through that. Green flag, here we go. Lap 45 of 150. Sikorsky's going to try to take the inside of Kyle Nadeau. Nadeau's not getting fast restarts. Side by side for second place, Sikorsky and Nadeau. Meanwhile, they are catching Matthew Bird while side by side. The Bird's not got the demanding lead he had earlier. Kyle Nadeau is going to try to take the lead right here. Going into turn number 3. Kyle Nadeau is the leader. So right now, Kyle Nadeau has led the second most laps of this race. Only 2 leaders so far. Those are the race stats so far. And now Bird is on the rear of Nadeau to try to do the same thing. Meanwhile, Sikorsky's on the hunt there in third. The top 3 are separated 0.4 seconds. Here we come back to the start-finish line. Kyle Nadeau leads again, going to lap number 50 of 150. These top three are nose to tail. JD Biddle is now down into the clutches of Garrick Hubbard, who's trying to make the pass for 4th place, and he does. So is Garrick Hubbard on the move here? He is catching the leaders. Something about this classic Atlanta racetrack, it was just awesome. We started this race with 18 cars in the field. We still have 17. Riley Frost has now made it up to 4th place. We got 3 Canadians in the top 5 right now. And Rodney Roberts just changed that. They are all over the place back here. It's just, it's one of those tracks where you just follow your line, where you're fastest, and you can catch others. I mean, you see people in the middle line, you see people on the bottom line, you see people on the high line, and it's a multi-group track. And the amazing thing about that is they didn't do anything special to the track to make it that way. It was just like that. They didn't have to put any weird stuff on the track surface. They didn't have to make the banking progressive or anything like that. It was just naturally multi-groove. Those were the days. The Hubbard moved as far up as 4th place, but now it's fallen back, and we got a 4-car, almost a 5-car battle up here for 1st. Nadu has broken away a little bit. Ooh, Frost just smacked the wall. So there comes the outside pole sitter. Rodney Roberts is coming back into form. He is in the top 5 now in Achilles Racing number 29. I'm sorry. And Bird is spinning out. What a save. All right, Riley Frost has now moved to 2nd place. Are we going to have a battle for the lead with our short track racing expert, Riley Frost? Riding on board with Riley Frost, who is now currently 2nd place. He is the current champion for the Super Late Model Series. The last champion that we've had there. Super Late Models will be gone for a while until we gain a new interest for it, because last season it was hard to get people there. So Super Late Models champion, Riley Frost. And I might add that Matthew Bird was only 2 points off of that championship. So. Aaron Fontaine gets another 2X. He is in the pits. We're going to see what happened to him. I didn't see it, so let's rewind it back. Oh, okay. Yeah, just he killed the car. Unfortunate. So we're going to watch some battles while the first and second cars do what they're doing, spreading out, all that. Blanco's moved back to 7th. Bird is in the wall again. Man, these are Sikorsky's on the inside of Bird. Brandenburg's on the inside of Biddle. A lot of side-by-side action right now from 3rd on back to 6th, 7th. Nadu is currently pulling away from Frost. We got Sikorsky 4th, Biddle 5th, Blanco 6th, Brandenburg 7th, Roberts 8th. Positions change really quick here. One little bobble and you lose like 5 positions real easy. And it looks like Matthew Bird is catching Riley Frost. Frost is going back and forth here. And Bird's going to make the pass on the outside. Oh, Bird is sideways again. Oh, Biddle was too. So now Biddle's getting past. Frost is going into the pit. So Frost is pitting after 26 laps on those tires. Biddle looks like that's what he's going to do too. He's pulling off. So now we got to see who the tire savers are. Kyle Nadu right now. 2.5 seconds ahead of Matthew Bird. You got Sikorsky, who is about a half a second back from Bird. Blanco is on his tail, a second and a half back. Roberts is a half a second off of him. Brandenburg, half a second off of him. Bowman, 7/10 of a second off of him. Jake Raven in 8th, about 3/10 of a second off of him. We are getting a little spread out at this point. Bird is catching Nadu at this point. He has caught 2/10 of a second since we've been looking at everybody else. You got Riley Frost, who just came out of the pits. And right now, Sikorsky is currently catching Matthew Bird. And there's a pass right here with AJ Brandenburg and Rodney Roberts for 5th. And here are the closest battles on the track right now, Bowman and Raven. Right now it's side by side here for 7th place. Bird is slowly reeling in Kyle Nadu. Kyle Nadu is dealing with lap traffic. So right now, the top 2 are the only ones that have not... I'm sorry, not the top 2. The top 2 are the only ones that have led laps. I was going to say that. Riley Frost just got a 1X. Caution. Here's what happened. He gets turned by the 3. Let's watch that again. Yeah, the 3 just turned him. Let's watch that from this perspective in slow motion. Frost clips the grass, and Walden doesn't slow down. Yeah, just puts the bumper to him, and I really don't know. I mean, there was a few seconds there. Let's watch that again. And let's watch it from real time and from Walden's perspective. Here's real time. 0, 1,000, 1, 1,000. So you got about 2 seconds to react. It wasn't like it was an immediate, oh no, I don't know what to do. Let's see, let's do that again. We gotta rewind it back to here. Yeah, I mean, he had a couple of seconds to react. But that is the 5th caution, I think, of this race. Yep, 5th caution. And that is the second time Riley Frost has been taken out in this race. He's been as close to 2nd place to getting the lead, but unfortunately being involved in that incident locks him 1 lap down unless there's another caution. Maybe it doesn't. All right, so we got waiver rounds. So Riley Frost is not going to go a lap down here. He's going to stay on the lead lap. JD Biddle gets a black flag. What happened? Oh, speeding on pit road. Yep. That is unfortunate for JD Biddle. He's had a good race so far. So we're going to go green flag racing. The points leader, Nicholas Sikorsky, is going to lead them to the green. This is going to be the first lap led he's had all race. He already led this lap, so he was the first one off of pit road. Green flag. All right, so we're going to see Matthew Bird attacking him now since he's got fresh tires. So now there's been 3 leaders in this race, those top 3. Sikorsky, your points leader and presumed champion. Kyle Nadeau has led the most laps so far, and Matthew Bird has led 38 laps. And Nadeau's led 39, so he's only led 1 more lap than Bird has. We have Daniel Blanco again in 4th place. He's back up there after that early incident. JD Biddle is stuck in the pits. That is unfortunate for him. That goes a good race for him. He's going to be a couple of laps down before he can get back on the track. Sikorsky, it looks like that clean air is working out for whoever's the lead. The Biddle has had to go to pit lane twice. I don't know what's going on with him. Hey, JD Biddle, it's Justin Phoenix in the booth. What's going on, man? What happened?
Well, I went in a closed pit. I thought it was just an EOL. It gave me a 40-second stop and hold. So, here we are. and then come in pit road a little hot to serve that black flag, and got an extra 30 seconds for speeding in the pits. So here we are now.
That is unfortunate, man. You were having such a good race up to that point. Oh man, that breaks my heart.
A lot of race left here. Let's see if we can make something happen.
All right, buddy. Well, I just wanted to get your word on it. Thanks for being clear and professional.
Yes, sir. We'll see you.
All right. JD Biddle, unfortunately, he has been penalized on pit road a couple of times now. And he was racing for third, fourth, and fifth for most of the race up to that point. That is just very sad. My heart breaks for him. Right now, Sikorsky with the clean air out in front. He is 1.2 seconds ahead of Matthew Bird. First time he's led all race. Looks like that clean air means something. And here's AJ Brandenburg up into the top 5. He is the early season points leader. He's 5th today. Right now you see him. These top 5 guys in the points, they've done great all season long. 6th place in the points is Matthew Bird, and he's only made half the races. So you can see that right here. Look at Matthew Bird down there at 6th place, 3 wins, 4 top 5s, 4 top 10s, and 6 starts. Everybody else has 11, 10 starts. He has 6. That's a dominant performance this season by Matthew Bird. We're going to ride on board with Matthew Bird right now. Right up on that wall. Looking out his window at Nicholas Sikorsky, which is the leader right now, the points leader. We talked to Nick before the race. He is determined to win this race, get his 2nd win of the season. Matthew Bird is looking for his 4th win of the season in 7 starts. Riding on board with Nicholas Sikorsky, looking back at Matthew Bird. You can see Kyle Nadeau is creeping up on Bird right now. We're severely spread out at this point. Everybody's about a half a second off of each other. The closest battle on the track is these two board of directors members here at PRA, Shannon Milliken and Cody Johnson. Riding on board with the PRA car, Cody Johnson. Here's something new I haven't brought up on the screen in a while. It's a pretty cool little comparison. It shows you a lot of information. And we got Matthew Bird. He's about a second off of Sikorsky now. We can see the comparisons between their laps right now. You can see on the graphic there in about 19 to 18 laps, 17 laps, depending on the pace, Matthew Bird is catching Nicholas Sikorsky. These top three are separated by 1 second. We see for sure that clean air is dominant. And it looks like Riley Frost had another incident. We're going to go check that out real quick. Oh, he smacked the wall, trying to avoid Shannon Milliken. So now he's got a hurt race car, 1 lap down. We know he's fast. Oh, Bird sideways. It seems like about this amount of time. It's been 23 laps since they pit. They start losing the back end. Now he has to regroup. Bird, he has to regroup from that almost crash. You can see he's losing time to Kyle Nadeau at this point. And right now, Daniel Blanco is gaining on him. Riding on board with Daniel Blanco. And earlier, he had an incident where he almost took out J.D. Biddle. Spun to the outside wall coming out of turn number 4. You can hear it there. He was off the throttle a little bit. So we can see by the graphic on your screen, he is gaining on Bird, and he will get up to him in about 3 laps. Race analysis right now is lap 106 of 150. Current leader is Nicholas Sikorsky. We've had 5 cautions for 14 laps and 3 green flag lead changes. Atlanta Motor Speedway is home of a lot of history. We know Dale Earnhardt won one of his final races here in a battle against Bobby Labonte in 2000. And then the following year, Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon had their famous battle for Kevin Harvick's very first career victory in the very same car Earnhardt won in the year before. This racetrack has a lot of good history. It started out as a regular oval track, very reminiscent of Homestead Speedway. And they reconfigured it in 1996 to the shape that it is right here on this version that we're watching now. And then just a few years ago, I can't remember exactly, but they changed it to the super speedway that it is now. When it was of this configuration, it was very similar to Charlotte Motor Speedway and Texas Motor Speedway. The D-shaped oval. Oh, Blanco's into the wall a little bit there. We've had a 2X from Caleb Weimer, so I'm going to check that out. He hit the outside wall on the straight. And we had a 1X from Aaron Fontaine, so let's check out what happened to him. Oh, through the grass. Still saved it though. He's 11 laps down, unfortunately. Right now, this is your leader, Sikorsky. The top two, they're matching their pace. There's really not a change. And here's the top 5 in the points. Sikorsky first, Raven in 7th, Bowman in 8th, Blanco in 4th, and Brandenburg in 5th. Bird right now is 3rd, and he is 6th in the points. And Blanco is pitting. Okay. Cody Johnson got a 1X. Let's check out what that happened to him. In the grass. So it's about this time, so about lap 35 on these tires, they all start getting a little wiggly. And there are 37 laps to go, which means if they go green the rest of this way, and they pit right about now, this is when the tires start falling off. And Nadu pits. Matthew Bird pits. Brandenburg pits. So Sikorsky's staying out. If I were him, I would be pitting either the next lap or the following, because if he stays out too long and it stays green, that's going to be a little bit hard on him. But he may not even be struggling, so we'll see. Rodney Roberts is in the pits. So that cycles Raven to second right now. Now if there's a caution comes out right now, Brandenburg, Bird, Nadu, all of them are one lap down. It would be a very bad time for a caution. And maybe that's what Sikorsky's hoping for. Make sure that all his competition is a lap down. It looks like Bowman is pitting. Johnson is coming in. Riley Frost got another 2X. What happened? He hit the outside wall. He's had a rough one. Raven's pitting. Milliken is pitting. Everyone has now pitted except for Nicholas Sikorsky. This guy's got something figured out here. He is currently a whole lap ahead of the entire field. Blanco has cycled up to second coming out of pits. He's ahead of Nadu and Bird. All right, when is Nicholas going to pit? We're going to keep our eye out on this. We are going to watch this right here just to see how fast he's getting caught. So everyone else has pitted. Sikorsky's been 43 laps since his last pit. He has now led the most laps of this race at 43. He has led this entire green flag run so far. 30 laps to go. Blanco is in second place, and he's behind him there. One lap down. And Sikorsky is now pulling in. All right, so now we got to see. Sikorsky, does he have what it takes to get this pit stop in and out and not lose a whole lot of positions? Because now they are on the back stretch. Sikorsky is on pit road. He just now made it to his stall. Blanco's coming around turn number 4. Sikorsky's not even out of his pit stall yet. Blanco's going to assume the lead this time. Right here, Sikorsky's going to lose it all. Sikorsky's still on the pit road. That was a huge mistake. Sikorsky's going to drop way back. He's to 5th now. So here's the race for the lead. And maybe even the race for the win. .29 laps to go. Daniel Blanco leads his first lap of the race. He's got Kyle Nadu and Matthew Bird. Oh, and he hits the wall. We got to hope that didn't hurt his car too bad. There's the battle. Here we go. Nadu's right up on Blanco's bumper. He's going to make the inside line. Going into turn number 3. Sikorsky is 7 seconds back and losing time. And now Kyle Nadu takes the lead. That may be the winning pass, and Blanco is on the wall, riding the wall. Sikorsky is now catching them by a little bit, but he has 10 laps fresher tires than everybody else. Was that a mistake? Or was it smart? And now we have a pass coming for second, Matthew Bird. So we're going to go to Sikorsky. We're going to watch this graphic right here, because look at that. We have 24 laps to go, and at the pace that Sikorsky's going, it'll be about 10 laps to go, or less, and he should have caught the leader. Now that's some graphics you like to see. Right now, Sikorsky had a half a second faster lap on 127. We're riding on board with the points leader, Nicholas Sikorsky. Still catching the leader. This is the strategy of the race right here. Does Sikorsky have enough? With the pace he's got, in 7 laps he'll be catching Kyle Nadu. But as you can tell on the leaderboard, Matthew Bird is also catching Kyle Nadu. And he is wearing those tires out on the outside line, but he is booking it right now. Now, I'll have to just eat my words if Sikorsky is able to run back down the leaders. And here's second place, Matthew Bird is following Kyle Nadu. Sikorsky has cut his time in half. When we come out of pits, Sikorsky was 7 seconds back. He is passing Daniel Blanco. He can see the leaders. Does he have enough time to catch them? So here we're gonna keep this up right here, because the thing that has to happen is Sikorsky's got to pass Matthew Bird. He's got to pass a couple of lap cars. Well, I think Biddle's on a different pit time, so I think that's why he's passing them all. $16 laps to go, and you can see your graphic right there. That Sikorsky can catch him in 4 laps at the pace he's doing, but you can see that he's falling off a little bit. He was 0.6 of a second faster, then he was 0.5, then he was 0.4. That time he was 0.3. And Bird is up there ready to make a battle with Nadeau. We see Sikorsky is catching them fast. This is going to get exciting before the end if there's no caution. The strategy call of Nicholas Sikorsky to stay out 10 more laps than everybody else. $13 more laps, actually. Kyle Nadeau has now led the most laps of this race at 52 laps. Sikorsky is now side by side with Matthew Bird. Matthew Bird's probably thinking, where did he come from? Now Sikorsky has to make the pass. Catching him is one thing, passing is another. And you've spent the last 10 to 15 laps as fast as you possibly can on that outside line. You know that burns up the tires faster. But this is the race right here. 13 laps to go. Right now, Sikorsky's got the pace to catch him in 2 laps. He's there. Aaron Fontaine is getting one of his laps back. Sikorsky's there. We've got a race for the lead. Kyle Nadeau, Nicholas Sikorsky, 11 laps to go. Sikorsky's determined to get win number 2 on the season and finish the season off with a win and a championship. Kyle Nadeau is looking and searching. Sikorsky's caught him, but he can't get around him yet. Oh, they got wiggles. Sikorsky's on the inside now. 10 laps to go, coming to 9 laps to go when they cross the line. Nadeau leads that lap. Sikorsky on the inside, Nadeau on the outside. Matthew Bird is right there to capitalize if they make a mistake. Excuse me. Sikorsky caught him, but he didn't pass him. Is he letting his tires cool? 8 laps to go. Oh, he's in the wall. That's going to burn some speed off. Kyle Nadeau is in the position to win his second win this season. All he has to do is hold off Nicholas Sikorsky and Matthew Bird for 7 more laps. Sikorsky with the strategy call. Started this pit cycle 7 seconds back. Has the fresher tires, but probably has burned them up to get up here. Coming out of turn number 4, coming to the start finish line for a lap. 6 laps to go. Nicholas Sikorsky wants this win, but Kyle Nadeau is not going to be denied. Both of them have 1 win on the season. Both of them want win number 2. Sikorsky's going to shoot it to the inside. He's going to have the inside line again. Kyle Nadeau in the 55 Lowe's car. Nicholas Sikorsky in the 27. Side by side, 5 laps to go. Coming out of turn number 2, going down the back stretch. Sikorsky's trying to side draft. He's still on the inside line. Nadeau is on the outside line. Side by side, coming out of turn number 4. We've seen this play out at Atlanta in 2000 and 2001, and multiple times in this same configuration since then. Side by side, 4 laps to go. Every single time, the outside line was the fastest to the line. What will they do? Will Nadeau have the outside line? Will Sikorsky have the outside line? Sikorsky's into the wall. He's going to slow down. 3 laps to go this time by. Kyle Nadeau has it all to throw away at this point. Sikorsky has burned it up trying to get to him. Caught up 7 seconds to catch back up to the leader, but he doesn't have enough. He's hit the wall a couple of times. He's now losing time. 2 laps to go. Kyle Nadeau in the 55 Lowe's machine. Smooth as butter. Sikorsky only has a couple more attempts to even catch him before we get to the checkered flag. 1 lap to go this time by, coming out of turn number 4. Kyle Nadeau has the momentum. White flag. Sikorsky's losing time. Kyle Nadeau gaining time. Coming out of turn number 2, onto the backstretch for the final time of the season. Sikorsky again in the wall. That's all she wrote for Nicholas Sikorsky. Kyle Nadeau is going to win here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for win number 2 on the season. Congratulations to the 55, Kyle Nadeau. Awesome performance, leads the most laps this race with 66 laps led. Holds off Nicholas Sikorsky, a hard charging Nicholas Sikorsky, for the win of this race. Now let's watch him burn them down. And we have Nicholas Sikorsky also burning them down. Both cars burning them down on the front stretch. The winner and the champion. You can't catch them both. The champion of the Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series Season 2 is Nicholas Sikorsky. The winner of this race, Kyle Nadeau. Wow, what a race. These two put on a show there at the end. I thought it was going to be a side-by-side battle at the end there. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. Just waiting on interviews here in just a moment. Matthew Bird, congratulations on a podium finish again. Man, that was a hard-fought race. Give us some of your thoughts on the race, buddy. I don't know if your mic's working.
You got me?
Yep, I hear you now.
All right. That was a long one. I was fighting for my life at the end.
Yeah, dude, it was quite the struggle for everybody. I seen that on the long runs, near about 35 to 36 laps into a run, you started getting really loose.
Yeah, I tend to drive cars off the right rear. I like to drive cars loose, and that just doesn't really work here. So I was struggling a lot with that. I was just trying my best to keep the car on the track, and I almost spun out a few times, but I managed to save it.
Yeah, we caught a few of those saves on the live stream. It was pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Hey, you did pretty good though. You led 38 laps of this race. You led early. That last little run there after that final pit stop, you never really got enough to get up to Kyle Nadeau. What was running through your mind?
I was just hoping when they were side by side, I was hoping they would get together or do something that would give me a chance to get by them. And I might have had a chance, but I kept making too many mistakes. I kept hitting the wall, and that just slowed me down too much so that I was too far back to have a shot.
Yeah, so you got to watch that final battle there between the top two. Was that fun to watch?
Oh yeah, it definitely was. There were a couple moments I was a little worried that they were going to wreck, but it was a good battle.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, you got any shout-outs you want to make before we move on?
Shout out to all of y'all that host these races and stream them, and shout out to everyone in the race for just racing good, racing clean. It's been really fun.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch too, especially after we got all the caution fests cleaned up from earlier in the season. So it's been really good to watch the long green flag runs and see you guys show us what kind of skills you got. And next week we start the Asphalt Assault Series. You're the defending champion. You got anything you want to say about that?
I'm gonna try to defend that championship. I'm gonna do my best.
Well, we hope for that, and we hope that somebody comes out to challenge you, so that it's not just you winning every race.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Matthew, for racing with us this season. It was a good one. I was going over your stats earlier. You made 7 races, and in 7 races, you had 5 top 5s and 3 wins. So You're still, I think you actually finished 5th in the points. We'll see that after the broadcast is over, probably, or hopefully not. Hopefully we can get that before the broadcast is over. But I think you still finished in the top 5 in the points, and you didn't even make half the races.
Yeah, I'll take that. I think the races I have done, I've been pretty checkers or wreckers this season. I won 3 races, and then 2 of the races I think I finished outside the top 15. So it's been kind of up and down, but it's been really fun.
Yes, sir. Well, we thank you for racing with us again, and we'll see you next week for the Asphalt Assault Series.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome. That's Matthew Bird, finished 3rd in this race. And we're going to talk to the winner of the race. As soon as I can get it to work. Discord's being stupid. Kyle Nadeau, you won that race, and dude, that was fun to watch. Give us some of your thoughts on the race, buddy.
Oh man, I've got that's one of probably the best races I've ever put together, and had tire deficit, different strategy. That was an amazing race. That is what these cars can do with the right group and the right rules, and just everything goes perfect. That was a crap ton of fun to watch and race, like with Matthew, Nicholas, Daniel, us all at the end, right close together, and just kind of like saving our stuff, using it, hitting the wall, making mistakes, getting loose. If you don't like this stuff, don't even watch. Like, that was amazing racing.
Yeah, and you had to hold off a very fast, hard-charging Nicholas Sikorsky there at the end. He gained 7 seconds in 15 laps. What were your thoughts on that? Because he was catching you fast, but he couldn't make the pass.
I saw when he pitted. My strategy was I was going to pit at 80, run to 115, and then just split the last segment 35. But when that caution came out at 75, or with 85 to go, I was like, okay, well, yeah, this could work. So I pitted. We went green with 80, and then we ran it all the way to. So then I ran it to 115, and I saw Nicholas stay out. And I didn't think 10 laps. I thought 10 laps was going to be long enough of a gap so he could maybe get there, but I didn't expect him to be, like, challenging for the lead. He timed that perfectly. That was just I looked down and I went, Nicholas, no, that's not right. I looked back and oh, he's only a second back. Time to go.
Yeah, we watched that whole segment of the race. We watched him. We got some graphics to show how fast he's catching you, and it was very fun to watch. And I was hoping to see a side-by-side finish like a classic Atlanta race, but he ran into the wall there in the end, and that killed all of his momentum. And you pretty much had to just keep it on at that point. Hey, you want to make any shout-outs? Anything you want to say about it?
Yeah, I'd like to say congrats to Nicholas for winning the championship. You, Justin, for broadcasting the league, and Grid Finder for sponsoring this series. This is an amazing series. I'm definitely coming back, and hopefully I put my name into contention for the championship next season. I want to give a shout out to my fiancée, Chantel. I love you. Thank you for supporting me through this endeavor that I so love to do. I want to say hi to my parents. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. I want to thank everybody out there for watching and giving us a platform to race on every Monday night at 9 o'clock and put on a show just like that. I want to thank everybody out there for an amazing season. I came on, I think this is my 6th race. I'm still technically a rookie next season.
Yep.
Everybody, once the wheels got going, this league turned into amazing. Just insane racing, insane close racing. And I've got nothing but amazing things to say about this league. This is an amazingly run, consistent, and competitive league. I really like this league.
Well, we appreciate those kind words, Kyle, and we like having you here. And I think you're going to do the short track league, right?
yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. I love short tracks, having to save tires and then trying to push. Kind of like Atlanta's kind of like a big short track. You know, like you get the big runs, everybody gaps out, tires wear off, everybody comes right back together. Here in Bristol, you know, tire wear. I'm angry, not angry, but disappointed. I missed Charlotte and Darlington. Those are two of my other favorite tracks, just like Atlanta tire saving. I think those would have been amazing races too to race in. But got Atlanta, you know, 2 in a row, so that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever done that in a league. My first 5 starts win 2 of them, or the first 6 win 2 of them. So yeah, I just looking forward to the short track season now.
Yes, sir, and that's next week. The Asphalt Assault Series starts in Street Stock, so it'll be cool to see you there. Matthew Bird is the defending champion there. So, I expect you two to make a show out of it.
Oh, that's the plan. Always make a show out of it.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you racing with us, Kyle, and we'll see you next time, all right?
Thanks. See you next time.
Later.
Later.
And that is not the last one. I will actually pull in second place. Jake
Used to
Raven.
racing each other.
Hey, buddy. I know I just pulled you in here. Second place in the points. Give us your thoughts.
1 second. Let me grab my chair real quick.
You're good. I know I just kind of did that out of nowhere.
So, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. It was a fun race. I think I had good pace, but I think during the beginning part of the second half, prior to the green flag pit stop, I was taking it too easy. I think I lost too much time, and I wasn't able to make it back up after the green flag pit stop. And the most I could muscle back up was getting to 5th place, but I will take 2nd overall in the whole championship run, though.
Yes, sir. That's
or season run.
Like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, you had to have 19 cars in the field, and Nicholas Sikorsky was on a different level tonight, so he wasn't going to be denied for that championship. But man, it's no slouch for second place. You were 65 points ahead of third, so good job. Second place. I want to give you all the time you want to just give all the shout outs you want and all that.
Well, I don't need that much time. I don't have a ton of shout outs going, but for this season, I mean, again, anybody who is in chat, I don't even know. There might be people that were watching that I didn't even know and they didn't say anything. Appreciate anybody who did come out to watch. PRA and Grid Finder both getting together and making this thing possible. Second season, hopefully there's going to be a third one. It's looking like it. A lot of people are really happy. I feel bad for this, but any sponsors that I don't know off the top of my head, they're always important. And if I was a better racer, I'd probably know them off the top of my head. But I never get mic time, so I wasn't prepared. You for broadcasting, again, the race control coming out every week, keeping things in line, all the racers for keeping it friendly, and anybody else in the future that does want to come out. It's a fun place. We have a lot of good racers, real good attitudes. As long as you got a good attitude, everybody else will have a good attitude towards you. We keep it nice, we keep it clean, and we have fun.
Yes, sir. And I'm sorry I pulled you out of the channel in the middle of a conversation, but I didn't want to miss you since you're second place in the points, and it was just that close, 91 points off the lead. But hey, second is not a slouch, buddy, and congratulations.
Thank you. I'll just have to do a little bit better next season.
Absolutely, and I do believe, just so you know, we probably will be doing the Gen 4s again the next time, so.
All right, that's exciting. I'm all for it.
Yep. All right, man. Well, we appreciate you racing with us, Jake, and you have a good one. All right.
All right. Thanks. You too.
See you later.
Alrighty. Bye.
And that was second place in the points, Jake Raven. And last but not least, we're going to talk to our champion for the second season of Nostalgia Cup Series, the champion, Nicholas Sikorsky. Congratulations. You got second place in the race, but you won that championship. Buddy, that was a heck of a charge at the end of that race. I want to hear what you got to say.
Oh man, I'm still sweating. Still trying to. I was the way it played out. I saw how early he pitted, he and Matt, and I just thought I don't want to, a caution to come out and kind of while I'm on pit road or anything. I didn't want anything stupid to happen because I really wanted to win the race. So I was like, all right, I gotta stay out, and I held out as long as I could without spinning out, and then it was just the way it worked out. I thought I didn't give myself enough time, so I had to really step it into fourth gear there for a couple laps. And by the time I caught both Matt and Jerry, I just used up everything I had, and I just could not get that pass completed. But it wasn't without trying.
Oh, buddy, I watched the entire thing. I've seen you go from 7.5 seconds back. I think it was like 5th position or 6th or something, and you just motored your way through everybody. And I saw that you were on the high side, pretty much full throttle the whole way around the track. I was like, he is burning those tires up.
Yep. Yeah, I knew I was running out of time, but I actually caught them even quicker than I thought I would. I think we had about 7 laps to kind of duke it out, but I think I just used up too much stuff too early. But it was a lot of fun. Just really tight, no giving. It was just really fun.
It was fun to watch, and I was really hoping that it would come down to a side-by-side battle to the line, but you hit the wall a couple times there with a couple laps to go.
Yeah. I mean, I just, like I said, I knew they pitted, at least, I think it was at least 15 or so laps earlier than I did, maybe 10. So by the time I caught up to them, I think our tire temps were probably about damn near the same. And we were both slipping and sliding back and forth, even down the back stretch. So it was dicey, but I didn't want to wreck anybody, but I also really wanted to win, and ended up tapping the wall there, which kind of killed all the momentum. But overall, it was a really fun last couple laps. I loved how it ended up playing out, and even if we ran it back, I don't think I don't know if I had saved maybe a little more, kept it on the bottom a little longer, I might have been able to get him on the outside, but he was playing real good defense, so it was hard. He wasn't going to let me pass on the outside, which is I think the way to pass here.
Oh yeah, and that's the one thing I said on the broadcast. In the classic races where Earnhardt won against Labonte and Harvick won against Gordon, it was the outside pass that won the race, so I knew that's what you were aiming for, but Nadu was staying right out there on the wall.
Yeah, it was. He would let me go low, which I didn't want to, but if I tried to go high, he would just dip down just enough where I got enough dirty air. It was kind of unsettling my car, so I kind of had to keep switching it up back and forth, and I was hoping, maybe he would slip up on the outside or something, but just wasn't to be.
But you still won the championship. You are the second champion in the Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series history. So congratulations on that. You basically dominated the season. You 91 points ahead of second place, even after missing a race. So that's a pretty good stat. You got any shout-outs you want to make before we move on, and any final thoughts?
Shout out to my girlfriend for letting me race every week. And shout out to all you guys for putting everything on, from both you and the fill-in broadcaster, both and Daniel, David, and all the guys that set everything up and put us on every week for everybody to watch. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. And so I don't know if you know this, but we are doing short tracks for a little bit for the off season, and then we'll be back here for a season 3 in the Gen 4 cars. So don't be worried. We're coming back. We just going to take a little off season, and if you want to be in the short tracks, it's kind of like the NASCAR guys going down and bushwhacking.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Well, buddy, we appreciate you racing with us, Nick, and congratulations on your championship, and good luck next season.
Alrighty, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see you next time. And that was Nicholas Sikorsky, the champion for Season 2 of the Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series. For the next part here, I'm going to show the final results. And Kyle Nadu, 66 laps led, wins this race. Nicholas Sikorsky second, Matthew Bird third, Daniel Blanco fourth, Jake Raven fifth, Rodney Roberts sixth, AJ Brandenburg seventh, Kevin Boley eighth, Cody Johnson ninth, Garrick Hubbard 10th, Riley Frost 11th, William Bowman 12th, Shannon Milliken 13th, Chucky Walden 14th, JD Biddle 15th, Aaron Fontaine 16th, Caleb Weimer 17th, Joe Albright 18th. And that rounds out the top 18, the 18 cars that made tonight's final race of the season. And we do have the standings, and this is without last place points. And so let me switch that over real quick. And these are the final standings for Nostalgia Cup Series Season 2. This is unofficial. We don't have last place points provisionals for everyone. So if there was anybody that missed a race that signed up for a provisional, they'll be added to the list. They'll have more points. But it's Nicholas Sikorsky first, Jake Hedlovic second, 91 points back. Daniel Blanco in the Grid Finder car in third. William Bowman fourth. They switched positions there in the last race. AJ Brandenburg rounds out the final race in fifth, so Bird didn't catch him. Bird needed to win that race to pass him and finish in the top 5. Kevin Boley 7th. Cody Johnson finishes 8th. Aaron Fontaine finishes 9th. JD Biddle 10th. Shannon Milliken 11th. Garrick Hubbard 12th. Rodney Roberts 13th. Chucky Walton 14th. Don Schleem Jr. in 15th. Joey Kuba in 16th. Jason Cardwell 17th. Kyle Nadu moves up to 18th. Jerry Hendrickson 19th. Scott Haynes in 20th. Thomas Coonan in 21st. Lance Sater 22nd. Mark Radowski 23rd. David Nannon in 24th. Joe Albright 25th. Riley Frost up to 26th. Landon Lacey 27th. Tad Granger 28th. Ted Newman 29th. Ian Jesus in 30th. Corey Lockey in 31st. Felix Boucher in 32nd. Caleb Weimer in 33rd. Nick Parrott 34th. Cody Linscott 35th. Dylan Davis 36th. Ed Sauls in 37th. Joe Robert 38th. Ross Weiss 39th. Jamie Capehart in 40th. Ben Foley 41st. Robert Hensley 42nd. Jeffrey Elkins in 43rd. Randy Poling in 43rd. Also tied, and rest in peace, Randy. Bryce Patterson 45th. Eli Burschel in 46th. Aaron Smith in 47th. Derek Prater 48th. Doug George 49th. Devin Wallen in 50th. And Cody Thorne 51st. We had 51 cars in this season. So that was awesome. We had a lot of cars this season. We broke records this season, honestly. And so it was awesome to see. But in the final race, it is Kyle Nadu with the victor. All right, I had to deal with something. Sorry. Anyway, Kyle Nadu with the victory. So congratulations on his second victory of the season and of his PRA career. He had 6 starts in this season, and he's won 2 of them. Nicholas Sikorsky is your champion. congrats to him. We want to say thank you to Grid Finder for partnering for this second season. It was an awesome season to watch. We broke records in attendance. We broke records on cautions, and we also broke records on green flag racing. So it was a great season up and down. You'll have that. And we will be back in a few weeks, a couple months probably. But next week we will be doing short track racing, Asphalt Assault Series. And I will just, in a moment, here we go. And here's the series information. Next week we will be at USA International, then Langley, then Lanier, then Southern National. Thompson Motor Speedway will be off for Labor Day, and then the final race will be South Boston Speedway. Be 2-hour-long races with heats and consolation races if we get a lot of people out. It is free to enter. There will be championship monetization if there are donors. So far, there are none. So if you want to donate, there are PayPal links in the Discord for you to donate to for the championship winners. And we try to evenly distribute that fairly to the top finishers of the season. But we want to thank you for coming out. Maybe see you next week for Asphalt Assault Series. More stock car racing in the street stocks. But that will be all that she wrote for the Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series Season 2. I'm your host, Justin Phoenix, for Grid Finder, for Daniel Blanco, for PRA. I thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next season for Season 3. So long.